Hello, this is Andrea and Daniel. Welcome back. This time we are in New Brunswick. Wow, these geese went right after us. They almost scared us off. These things we run into. Here we were just driving to St. Andrews and came across the little village called St. George. We were driving, going down to the water, following some ferry sign. Really, I was looking for a restroom, but St. George didn't have any businesses in it. And then we came across this ferry crossing, and out of curiosity, we find out that they go to Deer Island. And it runs every half hour, so we're just gonna take the trip over there and see what is on the island and come back every half hour. It's easy to just spend a little time there. It's a little 20-minute ferry ride to Deer Island. It's cold down by the waters. Gotta dress warm. We could expect a lot of turbulence on the ferry crossing to Deer Island. The Bay of Fundy has the highest tidal range in the world, with a colossal volume of water moving in and out of the bay twice daily. They talk about the Old Sow Whirlpool, which is located on the west side of Deer Island, and that is the largest tidal whirlpool in the Western Hemisphere.
We just came across to the island now, and we took a picture of the sign. And on the sign it said we're at the 45th parallel, which is basically the same parallel we are up by Anago and Wausau, because we have one of the four, 45th and 90 parallel markers in Marathon County. So basically at the same level.
Yeah, that's really something. Well, being Deer Island, there really are deer on an island. One is laying down, isn't it? Right here? Or it's standing down. Oh, no, I can't see it.
It's right behind the other deer. You got it, it's in there. Yeah, it's
so it's hiding behind the shrub. As I zoom in, this starts getting shakier. Oh, he's looking. Now you can see his body better, but there's a bush in front of him. But okay. This is really a fishing area, this Deer Island. There's lobster cages, a lot of them, houses. Oh, we went by one house and the whole side of the house was filled with those cages. I don't know if is that only for lobster or for crabs too?
Crabs and lobster.
Both. But oh yes, very much into fishing. This island is a tourist attraction with a lot of things to do. I mean, you can swim at the big meadow pond, enjoy a sunset at the English bar. There are trails to hike. Beachcombing is, a way to spend an hour or two. And just looking at the scenery from the local wharf. There are a number of shops. We found some were closing down now, getting to be off-season. But there are also places to stay overnight and even a campground. Well, now we're in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, and we were looking up the place where we would like to take a whale watch trip, and we went to the downtown area, came across this event going on, and, just walked around the city. Look at this spotted deer. Now this is right in town. Here, look at that one. Part albino. Now there's another deer, and then this one. There's one lying down behind that. Then there's the one behind the post here. Then I thought there was another one. But this is a Masonic Charities and Housing It's just a public building. But this spotted deer is interesting, huh? So we came to another place. One is a buck and a doe under an apple tree. Now, in our campground, I walked to the bathroom house. Now I'm just feet away from this deer. Yeah, yesterday, just going to the bathroom building in our campground, which was a little ways down. And I'm going down the paved road where all the permanent campers are set up. And 5 deer were right in the campsites. I literally walked feet away from the deer, kind of like moved over to the other side of the street, not knowing how they'd react. They literally didn't even look at me. Just totally tame. And you know me, I love seeing deer. And I didn't have my camera, so now coming into town to go to the whale watch, I was happy to see these. We walked down to the dwarf? Is this a...
It's a wharf.
What?
That's a wharf.
We walked down to the wharf, and all the ships, all the big, people's private boats are parked out here. But we came and we think we see the ship that we're taking the whale watch on. I'll show you. Ours is called the Tall Ship. And we're almost sure that the name of it is Jolly Breeze. And I'm like, where are we gonna sit? Oh, look at that. We're early, that's why we just took a walk in town and came down to the wharf. But here are the boats all parked out here. However, the tide is low right now, as you can see. And that's part of the city we walked from. St. Andrews. Here's a little building on the wharf. Okay, we're walking down to the tall ship.
Yep.
It takes off in 10 minutes?
In 10 minutes we get to board.
9:20. That's when they start boarding for a 9:30 takeoff.
Just the tide's coming in right now, so.
Yeah. But this is a way down from the upper part. Getting all prepared. See how tall it is. We've never been on a ship like this, so that's an exciting part right there.
How close are we going to get to that whirlpool thing?
So it's on the other side of Deer Island.
Right.
We probably won't stop by today.
Okay.
But it's not too far. Like, if we went that way, like towards that water tower down there, it'd probably take us 40 minutes. And going this way, it would probably take us an hour.
Here you can see the turbulation in the water, which means the tide is coming in. And there. Look at that, the water is just like bouncing. So it's time for the tide to come in then. Look at this.
This is really the strongest.
And of course, Deer Island in the background.
At the very bottom there. But that's a really tiny baby seal. It was just born this year. Yeah. So
Well,
there's
that's
two
a
types
whole group
seals
of
here.
seals.
The smaller ones are harbor seals. The smaller ones with the cute puppy dog face, those are harbor seals. And the much bigger ones, that are in the water right now and have that nose that slopes down off the forehead.
That was cut off, but he was talking about the larger seal species, and that's the gray seal. These are salmon pens, and when you buy salmon from the Atlantic, this is where they're coming from.
Going right towards us.
Yeah, got it. Seems like it's right there. This is a photo online of a minke whale, and I'm showing you that because this is really all we got to see from in a distance. So we did not see any other type of whale, just the photos that I showed you.
Let's see. Anybody else feeling strong and want to help pull up a sail? All right. Whoa! 1, 2, 3. So we're pulling up this part here. Those guys are pulling up that big stick over there. Good job, guys. Look at this. This is great. You don't have to do a thing. 1, 2, 3, heave. 1, 2, 3, heave. Let me know if you need some help.
The minke whale will appear 3 times and then disappear. A minke whale is a type of baleen whale, not a dolphin, and they feed on, well, they filter feed on small fish and krill. Also, they can grow to be around 25 to 35 feet and weigh up to 20,000 pounds, making them one of the smallest baleen whale. However, there are dwarf minke whales, and they reach lengths of about 26 feet. On our way back to the wharf, they showed us different types of marine life, and I thought that was very interesting.
So when it's open, you can sometimes look in and see it attached to the roof of the top shell.
Look at that.
And then when it's open as well, you can see all those little black dots around the edge.
Look at that. Open and
And
close.
all those little black dots are all the eyes actually looking out at you.
Really?
Yeah. They don't really see like you or I do. It's more like light sensors. So they know if it's light or darkness.
Can anyone tell us what this is?
So you guys can hold them as long as you don't have hand sanitizer on or everything, because that'll really hurt these guys. So yeah, there you go, flat hands. Now, some of them have 5 really long legs, and other ones have 4 long legs and 1 teeny tiny leg. Would you like to hold? There you go. Would you like to hold one as well?
Daniel has one.
There you go. So these two here, they lost a leg recently, so they're regrowing them. That's why they have the teeny tiny little ones. And these guys, they move on a water-based system. So they do trip. So here, you can flip them over in your hand. Have a look at the underside. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you should see all their little tube feet start to stick up. They're tiny little suction cups. That's how they move around. We might have to be patient for a second here. But we can kind of see this guy's starting over here. You can see all these little things start to move around. Those are all their little feet. They have thousands of those little feet. And their mouth and stomach is right in the middle for these guys. One for you. I'll take these guys. I'll get some more out here. So these are our sea urchins. These guys are related to the sea stars. These guys have all these spikes around their body. That's giving them protection right now. And they also use them kind of like stilts to walk around. So you might feel those spines start to move or even see them. And just like the sea stars, their mouth is on the bottom, so we can flip them over and have a look at their mouths. These guys are vegetarians. They have 5 little teeth down there, and they use those teeth like scissors to cut up seaweed and sea lettuce. All these little holes in this piece of kelp here, these are all from the sea urchins. So you can see the little holes they make with those teeth. And a lot of the time, if a seagull can get a hold of one of these guys, they'll fly up really high into the sky and they'll drop them on a hard surface. And that'll crack the urchin open rather than the gull having to do the hard work and potentially injuring itself. So, it might let go of some water. It's going to look like it's peeing. It's not.
Sea cucumber.
They're very slimy, very soft. These guys, they have a bunch of little spines embedded in their skin. They are in the same family as these guys here, but those little spines they have, they're more structural. Because if these guys get really stressed or scared, they have a very unique defense mechanism. They'll expel all their organs out of their body into the water. And then, from the case left behind, the husk, they'll regrow all the organs they let go of. Wow. So the idea is when they let go of those organs, the predator will follow the organs, and then they can just regenerate everything from the skin.
I have here are in 3 different species of snail shell. So this one's in a periwinkle shell, this one's in a moon snail shell, and this one's in a whelk shell. And so when they get bigger, they'll find bigger shells to move into. Let's see, and then this is a whelk. So this is the one that actually makes the shell.
Oh my goodness, that's different.
Yeah, it's like a big snail.
Huh.
And it's a predatory snail, so they actually eat other animals. Yeah.
Such as?
Clams, mussels, snails, other snails. And so if you've ever been on the beach and you've seen a shell with a hole in the top of it, that's from a whelk. So they drill holes and they digest everything on the inside and they slurp it up. Oh yeah, it may actually come out a little bit.
Well, does he doesn't have saw this at low tide this morning, and now it's at high tide. But it'll be going out again right around now too. So now you can see it after our whale watching. We finished our whale watch, and now we are already at the USA border, entering Maine. I think our time changes now, because this is Eastern instead of Atlantic.
Yeah. It's at 2 o'clock.
So this is the building at the border. What, just one lane going in?
It's got 2.
2? And what is the river? That's nice. Our bed is just loaded with extra clothes that we had to wear to go on the whale watch. We wore layers, and it turned out that it wasn't really that cold out there. It wasn't bad. Well, now we'll see what questions we get asked and compare it to coming into Canada. That'll be.
Passport card?
I have my things right here. So the man actually came in our van. When we came into Canada, they didn't do any of that. They asked us only 3 questions. Do you have firearms, alcohol, or cannabis? Now, when we come into the U.S., he wanted to come in our van and check our cooler. He opened up our cooler, and we said we had some clementine oranges. And all our shopping was done in Canada. He looked at the clementines, and he said, oh, I have to take those. I have to take those, he said.
You threw them out.
And then he takes them out. Then he goes right over to the garbage and throws them away. Did he ask any other? Oh, do you have an animal? Anybody else in the van? That's about all. Didn't ask about firearms or
I don't care if it's
anything
firearms
else.
in the United States.
Okay, that we're through.
Just
Of 87 miles until we get to Acadia National Park.
jumped alongside the road, and I got in front of the vehicle. Andrea drove it forward. I watched the tires in the front, and there was nothing in the tires. So we got back in it, and shaking had gone away.
It must have been a section of the road. So, all's fine. Now we're just hoping that you were saying that you hope that Acadia National Park is, you know, what you have read about it and is as good as it sounded. We'll see. We have an hour and 54 minutes to get there. Well, fortunately, we looked online, found out which entrance is the best to go to. The visitor center was closing down, but there was a park ranger on the outside who helped us make our campground registration online at recreation.gov, helped us through all the steps, and now we are going to find our Blackwoods campground, a tent site with our senior discount, only $15. Acadia National Park does have some very high peaks like Cadillac Mountain, but it is all on the very northern end of the Appalachian Trail, of the Appalachian Mountains.
Arriving at 155 Blackwoods Drive on the right.
So we're looking for B-Loop.
V-loop.
B-Loop. B
He's got a map below.
058. Nobody in the office. We can just find our B-Loop.
V-loop.
Loop A, Loop B to the right. Right over here.
V-loop.
Look for us next time when we visit Acadia National Park. And then on to New Hampshire.